Okay, so we're gonna do this thing together from scratch. Uh, we're gonna do this thing from scratch. The entire thing. So I'm just gonna go here and say. So this part I don't do it. I'm gonna do from here, going down, because this I did it with you. This part, and then you remove this. You remove this. Yeah. So you can say we're gonna do our responsive. Okay, let me start with the let's start with the nav bar. Nav bar actually it sit inside here, so I'm just gonna have it here, but just say nav class nav navigation bar. So we're gonna have, let's create the first one for desktop, which we can call it a default one. I'm gonna make it a default one, default navigation. So we're gonna say an ordered list. Then we have our items here. We can have home. We can have about. Then we're gonna have contact. And we can save. Then we refresh. So this is our navigation menu. Then you can have a mobile one here. But the many ways to do it, because you can just change it, style this differently on the mobile side, so it matches default style. Style. Let me say here. Default and mobile. So here I'm hiding the mobile one because I don't want this one to show. I want only this one. So this one I'm gonna hide it here now. I'm gonna say display none. So we go back and refresh. So it's hidden. You see, now we're only left with the desktop one. So we can go and now go to our home and grab our nav bar. And then we can go here and style it. Put it here. So style it. So this ones that I'm doing currently, you know it. You know how to style your nav bar. You know how to do everything. So what I'm just doing it, showing you how to hide some things. Padding 2%. Background color. refresh. Never. Let me check this side. Okay, what's going on? Because I said background color. Yeah, there it is now. Background color is there. Then let's put our things, our menu correctly. We can align it here, or you can put it in this way. That's how you want it. It's up to you. So we're just gonna do the default one. Say never li. Let me try this. Display inline. Display inline. And I try to display inline. It doesn't display inline. Display inline. Padding 2%. Then we refresh. There we have some spacing in between. And then we can go here, maybe try to add some things here, like can get never li. Then you can add, I can add margin, top, 2%. So now I have some margins there. So yeah, this is your menu. Like, you can choose whether you want to put it here, but let me add something because I can see it doesn't look nice. I want to add, forgive me, my computer is gonna be slow since I'm recording. 10 pixels. 10 pixels is not good. 15. You can take it here and move it this side if you want. Text align. Right. Text align right. Okay, I'm thinking there's something that has to do with the something that has to do with the float. Slow. Okay, let me remove it here, and I'm gonna place it here. And I'll try this and see how it works. Yeah, there it is. So it wanted me to put it there. So now we have our menu on the right. So if you want it on the left, you can just go here and say left. Then it will go to left, or you want to say you want center, you can put it on the center, so it can be on the center. So yeah, that's how we do our menu, and then you can go and style it the way you want it. So now this menu, let's go and say we want to style this menu. We want it like this one. We want it to disappear when we go to mobile view. When we shrink our page, we want this one to disappear. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to I'm gonna show you something interesting, how you can do it best on the mobile. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna add home, about. So let me see. Okay, I have icons. Let me go and grab some few icons there on Bootstrap. I want to show you something interesting, how you can do it. Bootstrap. components. Bootstrap. Icon home. I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna put it here. So it's home. Span class. So we're gonna have our home. Then on about, maybe about, we can have something like an information icon, like let's check something. About I'm checking any better icon. So okay, let me just use this one. So I'm gonna put it here. Peladi.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're still here?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Why are we keeping it a span class?
Oh, this one, because okay, Bootstrap, it requires us to use a span when we use the icons. It's by default we must use a span. If I can copy this and use it inside a paragraph, it won't work.
All right.
So it only works here. So, but other icons, you can say other icons like the font. The font awesome icons. You can like which stands for icon. Then the name of the icon can then class. Then here you can put it there. Then yeah. So this is how we do other icons, but it varies from what you call the library. So if a library requires you to use the span, you can use the span. So if you want to use icon, you can use the icon. So it depends on what they want.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so let's get the icon for contact us. I can see where's the phone one? Where's the phone? Where's phone? Okay, let's use this one. Done. Then we can put it here. Span plus yeah. So we have something like this. So this is gonna be our mobile menu. So we're gonna go and refresh. So it's not here. So we're gonna go here and say we want this one to disappear completely. So we're gonna copy default, copy. Then we go, where's our responsive? On our responsive, then I'm gonna cancel this old code, cancel. Then now we're gonna hide the default desktop menu. Then we display. So now it's hidden. You can see it's hidden. So don't mind this. This is showing this because I just removed that code. So yeah, we removed this one. It's out. So Pilali, this part we have extra small devices. Extra small devices meaning like the width, your screen width of your device, of your cell phone, it ranges below 600 megapixels. All the phones, they range below 600 megapixels. Meaning in this part, you're gonna do only the mobile devices, the phones that we carry. You're gonna design them this side. How you want to, like you're gonna design your horizontal layout on this side only. If you want to do the bigger screen, maybe you want to rotate your screen to landscape, you can come here, say mini width, meaning that it must be, the screen must be equals to or greater than 600 pixels. Understand? So, and then moving on, On the bigger phones now, like you see there's tablets here. You see mini width, it's 700, meaning your screens, the tablet that you have, it must have a screen size. The pixels must be equals to or more than this one. Then you can style it this side. You can put it the way you want it, because it's tablet. You might find that you don't need things to go to align horizontally. Some you can put vertically, some you can put horizontally. Place your things correctly. Then on mobile we know it's vertically. They must display vertically. And then continue, and then we have laptops and desktop. So this one is by default. We always have laptop and and desktop by default. So meaning, yeah, if you want to, maybe you want to hide something on desktop, you can come here and hide it. Only on desktop it can be hidden, just like the way we did. We don't want that header here to show on our mobile screen. Do I make sense, Pilari?
Yes, you do, sir.
All right. Yeah. So this is how you do it. So yeah, but your focus must be here, because like these days people are no longer interested in using tablet, but unless otherwise you can just do it by default, like put it there so that people who maybe want bigger screens, they can have access to it and understand. So yeah, so let's continue. We did hide our desktop default navigation. Now let's go and then copy this one. You see this one here, it's hidden. It's a mobile one.
Yeah.
But now we want this one to show inside what? Inside here. So we're gonna say copy, paste, then delete this one and write display block. Meaning we want our mobile menu to display on this side. So let's refresh. Then we refresh. You see this icon there.
Yeah.
You see them?
Yeah, we see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now we have our mobile there. So now we're gonna do, you see like how Instagram it looks like. Yeah. So we're gonna put this menu on the bottom to have our Instagram style. You see, like when you open Instagram, there's a menu on the bottom. So yeah, we're gonna do something like that. So we're gonna take this and put it down there. To put it down here, it's easy. I'm gonna show you. So we copy it. Then let me style it. Background color red. I'm just doing red so that I can see where it is. And then now we are using position. Okay, I'm gonna use fixed because I want it to be fixed on the bottom, so that when we scroll our menu, you see the menu on Instagram, when you scroll it doesn't scroll. So we want this one also not to scroll, to stay fixed on the bottom. So let's refresh. Then now you can see it's there. Then you see it's no longer moving when we move. So but we want to put it down there. Then let's check the width, because you can see the width there is changed. So let's go and say we want the width of 100%. Width. So now it's 100%, you see? Looks nice. Then now we want to position it on the bottom. So we want it to put it down. So we're gonna say bottom. We're gonna say 0, because we want it to be on the bottom. So 0, you see now it's on the bottom. You see it. So, but there's something wrong. You see this icon here? It's on top of our menu. But we want our menu to be on in front of everything. So now I'm gonna show you another property, which is it's Z index. So we're gonna use Z index. So you can just, maybe you can say 20, you can say 1, how you want it, but it's gonna help us to put this in front of everything. Like everything's gonna be behind our navigation on the bottom. So we refresh. Now you see that thing went behind. You see it? So now we have our menu, and then now we can go and play with this menu because we know like, oh, this is our menu. Now we can do the Instagram style. Okay, let's go back. Let's check, and then let's check how we want it. Like, okay, I'm just gonna add another icon just for the fun of it.
Sir, Kunjo, you are recording, ne?
Yeah, I am recording.
All right.
But it's gonna be long. That's why I didn't want us to take long, because if like the video is gonna take long, so it's gonna require me to have like to take hours to upload it. So, but anyway, let me get something. We're gonna get this 3 here. Gonna get this 3, and then we're gonna go back here, back to our code. Our code, we're gonna put it here. Yeah, then we refresh. Now we have the tree here. So now it's 4 icons. Looking at in Instagram the way it is, let me check it, because I want to do something similar to Instagram. They have like 5 icons and I have 4 icons. No problem, we can work with 4. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna remove this. I don't need a list. So what I'm gonna have here, I'm gonna have a div. I'm gonna have a div here. Div. Then I'm gonna name it menu. So I'm gonna name it menu. I'm gonna have these divs there. I don't need to use a list. But if you want, you can use a list. But I don't prefer. I prefer using the divs here, doing this main div, because they are easy to work with. Div. So we have our classes here. Classes is menu. So we can go back and refresh. So you see, this is our menu. Now we have this. So on our mobile, since you know how to display things horizontally, which I showed you how to display things horizontally, because now they are vertically, we want them to align horizontally. So meaning we're gonna go here, because this menu is the child of our default mobile class. So meaning we're gonna display these things using the default mobile class, which is gonna be a display flex. So the children of our default mobile class, they're gonna be displayed horizontally using display flex. So yeah, so now you can see they're displayed horizontally. And now we can go and grab our menu. Now we can count them. We have 4, meaning they can take 25. 25 each, because 25 times 4, it's 100, right? Width, which is 25%. So because they are 4, so we are dividing 100 by 4, so it's gonna be 25. So we refresh. Now you can see them. So let's go and say we want to add some padding. Let's add padding top. I can add maybe 10 pixels. We don't need anything on our right. We need something on the bottom. On the left, we don't need anything. So we're gonna say text align again to align our icons on the center, because you can see this one, the home button, is not on the center, meaning we need to align them on the center. Text align center. Save. Go back. Refresh. Now you can see them, they're on the center. So everything is aligned correctly. But let's add some padding here, maybe 15 and 15 right here, and so to have something nice now. So now we can go and add some. If I can check Instagram here, they have like what do you call it? They have some shadows there. So we can go back here and remove this. I'm gonna go here and say color picker. I need a nice color. I'm gonna pick a nice color. A nice color. Something snow, yeah, something like this. Copy, then we go here, say our mobile background, we need this. Then we go back, refresh. Now you see we have something there. Then we can go and maybe add a shadow. Shadow. Then we add a shadow here. Then we can say 0 pixels, 0 pixels. And maybe say 5 pixels. Then we say gray. We want to add a shadow here. We must have a shadow. And refresh. Where's the shadow? I need to see the shadow. Gray doesn't show. So I remove this. It doesn't show. We need a shadow there. Never mind. It doesn't show because I needed a box shadow there just to show some shadows there, because I thought it must like show us some shadows, but anyway, it doesn't show. Yeah, I will leave it in the meantime, but I need a shadow there. So what we can do now, we can maybe increase the size of our font, our icon, the font size. We can have 20 pixels. Are they good or they're too big?
Too much.
Okay, let's say 70 and see what happens. They're fine, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is how we do them. You see, when we increase our screen, they disappear. Now we are left with this one. So when we reduce, they come back, you see? So I want to do this. I want it to display on the mobile straight. On the mobile. Inspect element. Inspect element. Then iPhone X. iPhone X, reduce. You see now it's on the iPhone. Are you okay, guys?
Yeah, we're fine. So normally when they say that when designing this, we should take the mobile angle approach, is this what they're referring to?
Yeah. Because like right now everything is on mobile. So we don't need those beggar mean. Those are for website, for all things. Now we are doing mobile. You can see like it's easy for you to navigate. You know, like, oh yes, back home. It's about, you can even write something on the bottom here if you want to add something. So you can add anything you want on the bottom. So yeah. So let's see, cause I need this one. I need this thing to work. I need it to work. Black. Must be a box shadow, unless if there's something wrong we are doing. Because it doesn't display box shadow. I don't know what's the problem. It's supposed to show us something. What can I do? Okay, let me border top on px black solid. I needed a shadow, just that it doesn't do, and I don't understand why it doesn't do, because that's how I do a shadow. Yeah, but anyway, but we can see something. There's a, yeah. What do you think, guys? Is it fine?
Yeah, it looks alright.
Yes. You're right. Yes, sir. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then let's go and add some content. Here you can add maybe, I don't know, maybe you can add something like uh, uh, a heading or maybe a logo there if you want. But let's add some content here. Contact very quickly. Uh, we go back here and say we are adding something plus content. We are adding content. Then we're gonna have okay, I'm gonna have images. Okay, I'm gonna have the first one is the header, and then I'm gonna do the same thing that I did, just that I forgot how it looked like. So let's add this. Let's go and say, but this one, guys, don't get confused by this. Are the link. You can add a link here. When you click, it takes you to another page, right? Yeah. So don't get confused by this. You add here, takes to another page. Add here, takes to another page. So this is the only method that I can show you. Like, it's easy to do, rather than using the beggar menu. The beggar menu, you're gonna use it maybe when we enter on the Ionic side. On the Ionic side, that's where
Yeah.
like they do it for us. Like, we can just click it, pops up. But everyone these days, they prefer to do something like this on the bottom. You see, it looks nice, and yeah, it looks perfect. So let's add some more content on our page. So I'm gonna be quicker here adding content. So yeah, so you'll just see when I share this thing, because I want to be quick here. Content.
Okay.
Cut. Grab everything. Test. Yeah. So it takes the style sheet that I have here already, because I have the style sheet for this. You see. So it's taking everything that I have here. Because if I cancel, or do you want me to go through this thing also?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Then where is it? I wanna cancel it. Cancel it. Oh, it's this one.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Is this cancel it? Cancel everything. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I cancelled it. Then let's go here and add the new content. Content the details. Let's add on the content details. Let's add what we call.
Yeah.
Let's add images. Let's add two subclasses. The first one is going to contain images. The second one is going to contain the paragraph and one image. So we're going to have here dev class content and details. I'm going to write info, something like that, because I'm lazy when it comes to naming. So say then here I'm going to add an image source file. There's an image source file, image which one is it? Yeah, it's this one. Hashtag, yeah. So inside this image you can have a class also. Understand? If you want like to target a certain image, you can have a class also inside it. Then we refresh, save, yeah. Then we can go and add a p tag. Okay. Add a p tag and go here and grab something. Grab this. Paste. There. So this is the image. See, this is the image, and this is what you call the paragraph. And then let me cancel this so we can see it clearly. So this is the image and this is the paragraph. So now I'm gonna copy this, copy this. I'm not gonna copy. I need to copy only the content inside. Copy, paste. So we have two images and paragraphs. So now we're gonna go here and add maybe, let's say H1 or H4. Hello world. So we're gonna have this, and then we're gonna have a paragraph. I'm gonna copy the same paragraph, paste, and then go and grab this. Paste. Then I go here and add an image. Source file. Okay, article. Save. Content here, which looks ugly. Then let's add the last one here. The last one, I'm gonna have it fixed background image. I'm gonna have a last one with a fixed background image. Then we can go and do styling. Okay, let me just call it fixed. You'll forgive me, guys, with naming fixed content. So naming, you just decide how you want to name it. Like you can say you must use HTML systematics. You can use it, but it's not important, because the important part is how you design it. Because the import is the design, and then if you want your site to be recognized by Google, it's easy to use the Google SEOs to get there. They can do that for you. So when it comes to design, don't get stressed and say I want to use the HTML systematics, like the content, the article, addresses, footer, and everything. No. This, when I say content, the browser can recognize this. You understand? So don't get confused when they tell you we need to use this. No, they're the same. So here, what I'm gonna have H1 and say welcome to my home. Then I'm gonna add a paragraph here, mini paragraph, and say yeah. That, then we are done. So now let's add our style. Let's do the style sheet now. Now we are coding the style sheet. So the style sheet, I know you guys, you know a bit of it. You know there and there and there. You're still, you can do your best there, I know. But I'm gonna do it with you. Like we're gonna start with this one. Copy. Then we go to our default style sheet file. New style sheet. Then we start with this one. Then we float left. Remember, every time when you do a container, it must float left. And then we have this. Then float left. Then we go and check what we're going to check the content inside our content header. We're gonna check here what's inside here. Inside here we have this, we have H3 and we have P paragraph. So we only have two things. So we're gonna go back and refresh. Gonna go and check, is this one is the header and the paragraph. And then I'm gonna go here and grab a background color. I need a background color. So color picker, I'm gonna go here and grab something like I'm gonna grab something like this. Then I go back, I go here, background color, paste, save, refresh. Then we have our background color. Now we can add some padding on the left and then on the right and then on the bottom. So meaning we can just say padding is 2%. So meaning our 2% padding is gonna be applied left, right, top and bottom. So we refresh. So now we have it. We have padding here. We have some padding on top. We have some padding on the left, on the right, and on the bottom. So, but let me add. Let me say it must be 3%. Yeah. Now we have this. We have this. Yeah. So we have some padding. Now I'm gonna do target only this letter. I want to enlarge this letter only. Finding. I want to enlarge F to be like, maybe we give it a bigger font size, and then then we can go here. Since our paragraph it's inside our header, so we're gonna target it using the header. We say here, copy, paste. Then we say we want to what? To do the paragraph. So the paragraph, what we want inside the paragraph, we want to style only the first letter. So here we are using CSS selector. You can use those two semicolons here, or you can use one. So for me, I don't see any different. They just work the same. So, but it's up to you. So now we can go here and say on the letter F, we want to say font size. We want to give it, maybe let's give it 40 pixels, and then we save. Then we go and refresh and check. You see our F is bigger now. So you can go and say font family cursive. I want it to have some curves. So now the F looks nice. And then you can go and play with it how you want it. It's up to you. You can just go and edit. You can even add border bottom on it, so you can have that underline black solid. So I can add the border here on the bottom, so that you can have an underline. You see, we have an underline here on the bottom for it. So it's all up to you how you want to do it. So you can go and add anything you want. You can say even you want a background color. You can say white. Then you refresh. Background color. Background color need some padding. Padding, I'm gonna add 10 pixels. Then we refresh. There we have our background color on our button, but it looks big and ugly. So we can go here and say, let's say 5. So now that it is, it reduces, but it looks ugly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna target top, left, right, bottom, left, yeah, so like that. So I'm gonna refresh. So yeah, I added some style sheet there and there, top, bottom. So but it still looks ugly. Let me add two. Okay, two. Then I'm gonna decrease my font size. Yeah. There we have it. I'm gonna cancel this and have 10 here. Okay. It's with Piladi.
No, it's Makati.
Yes, Mukhadi.
Is it possible to make it like this on two lines? Like the first line and then code one.
I don't hear you clearly. You're saying?
Is it possible to make it like in two lines? The first line and the code one.
To make it big. Guys, I don't hear Mukhadi clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but you're breaking.
Okay, I was saying, is it possible to make it like fit in two lines, the first line and the code one?
Oh, you mean this? It must go down here.
Yes, sir.
I don't think that's possible because it need me to shift some things, or it will require me to place this thing inside a span so that I can control it only without touching the other part.
Okay.
Yes, so it will need a span so that I can control. Okay, I know that my P tag will start here, and on the bottom it must start somewhere there. So it will require me to have a span.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So yeah, this you can style it the way you want. Can play with it up until the way you feel like this is the correct style you want. But yeah, that's how you do it, and then you can continue from here. Then now we're gonna style this part, unless if there's something you want me to touch again. All right, then let's continue. Okay, let's continue and do this part and do the last part. So I'm just gonna move quickly here. So this one we don't need to do any style sheet, any mobile responsive style sheet, because it's only one content you can see. You don't have many things. When we say we reduce it, it still stays nicely. You see it. So you don't need to touch it. This one, you just leave it. We don't need to do mobile responsive on it. So the only thing we're gonna do is this one that I'm gonna do with you. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna grab this. Inside my content details, I have 1, 2, which I have 2 subclasses. So I'm gonna go here. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna go here, paste, display, block, float, left, width, 100%. Refresh. We refresh. Display. It said display block instead of display flex. Display flex. Then we refresh. Yeah, see now, yeah, now we have our things the way we want them. They are displayed horizontally, and then you can say justify content. Justify content, I want it center, then I save. Then I'm gonna reduce the size of these images, so I'm gonna say copy this, paste, then the images inside it, I want them to have a width of 100%. Save, then refresh. So now the images have been reduced to the size that we need. So now we can go here and control the width of this and this width of these containers. So this one you can see is bigger and this one is very small. So we're gonna go here and say we want to target the first child of the content details, which is div first child. We want it to take a width of 20%, and then the last child we want it to take a width of 50%. And we refresh, then there. So here we have 20, here we have 50%. So now we can go here and say let's add some padding. We add in padding 2%, and then we're gonna add padding again on this side 2%. Then we save, then we refresh. Then we have some padding. You see there's a room here, there's a room on top. So now we have our things the way we need them. Then we can go here and say this image, the bottom, we want to add something on the bottom on the image. So we go here and say the image, we want it to be separated from the paragraph. We say padding, and we can just include margin bottom, let's say 10 pixels. Then we save, then we go back, and then we refresh. Then we added some margin on the bottom. So now we are done with styling this one. Then now I will continue to do the last part, which is this one. Since we are done with this one, so now if we can shrink our page, you can see it's not responsive, this part, but we're gonna make it responsive as soon as we are done with the last part. So moving on, we're going to the last part, which is this one. This I'm gonna copy, then I'm gonna go back here, say paste. I want it to float left so that it doesn't sit on top of other content. Float left, then width 100%, and then what I need now here, I want to attach a background image for here, a fixed background image. So I'm gonna have a padding. Okay, first let me do this. Let me add something because I want to add a layer here. I want this one to have a layer. So I'm gonna go back here and say, div class fixed content details. So this, I'm gonna copy this, cut, paste it inside here, because I want this one to have a background layer, which is transparent, that will allow us to see the background image of this attachment. So we're gonna go and grab this one, copy, and then save, then go back here and say this one, we want this here, and then we want it to be with 100%, and then we add in padding, we add in 10%. Go save, refresh. Now you can see the padding has been added here, here, and here. But you can go on and add, maybe let's say we want you to have maybe let's give it 15%, and go back and refresh. And then now we have some paddings there, but I'm not satisfied. I'm gonna add 20%. 20, yeah, Then now we have this 20. See, there's too much spacing here, so that spacing is going to be covered by an image. So we're gonna go here to our content, fixed content, and add a background image. Then our URL, then we know where is our image, then I named it back. So save, then go back, refresh. Now you can see we have a background image, but it doesn't sit the way we want it to sit. So we're gonna go back and say this image we want it position, background image, background position, we want it center, and then we want background cover, it must cover the entire area. Background size, it must be cover. Then we refresh, then you see this is our image here, is there. Then when we increase here, it's sitting very well. So we can go and do this and say, by just to add some things just to avoid any disappointment, then let's go and background repeat. We don't want it to repeat. No repeat. Then now we want this image. You see, when we scroll, the image is moving also. So we don't want this image to scroll. We want it to be fixed. When we scroll here, it must stay fixed. So we go back here and say background attachment, touch background attachment, we want it to be fixed. So we say yes, save, and go back and refresh. Then this is our image. You see now it's fixed, it's not moving the background image. Then now we can continue and add a layer here so that this thing can show clearly. So I'm just gonna go back here and say on our fixed content details, I'm gonna add a background color. I'm gonna add a background color. I'm gonna do the RGBA, which is red, green, and blue, and I'm using the alpha to reduce the quality of the background color. So I'm gonna use black. Black is 00, is simple. 3 zeros is black. So now I'm adding what? The alpha to reduce the quality of the color. So we refresh. Now you can see now it's more darker nyana. So then we can say our font. We can go and say our font. Can go copy this and say our font. Say font, which we used H1, which is H3. This is H3. We can go back and refer and check it. Okay, we used H1, so it's H1, and then I'm gonna go. Where is that thing? I wanna grab a color here. And grab a loud color, a very loud color. I'm gonna grab this one. Then I go back here. Then refresh. Then I go back here. Then I say I want my header to have this color, loud, very loud color. And then the paragraph, I'm just gonna do it. It's a default color. I'm just gonna name it and say white. It doesn't do. I want it to be white. Okay, it's fine. Then we're gonna copy this. We're gonna target only the paragraph. What's going on? P color white, because this one is not working, but it can work. If you want, we can just go here and say important. We know we are enforcing it, right? So but I don't want to enforce it. If it doesn't want to work, let's just leave it and then name it there, and then going back, refresh. Now we have our color there, it's there. And then we can add maybe some font family. Font family, I want to add cursive. No, I don't want to. I want cursive. Go back, refresh. Now you see we have a nice looking content. See, welcome to my home, then this is blah blah, and then our image is fixed in the background. Now we can scroll, you can scroll, you can scroll, you can scroll. So yeah, so now let's make it a mobile responsive. Let's turn this thing to be a responsive uh, uh, site. We want it to respond. We don't want this. Even these things you can remove. It's easy to remove this spacing here so that this thing can touch here. It's easy. No, I'm not gonna shrink it. I want to use mobile. I want to use an iPhone. I want to use an iPhone. So yeah, now we have our iPhone here. Our iPhone here, see. We have our iPhone, you see. Things are scrolling very nicely. See, scrolling very nicely. So now we're gonna style this, and we're gonna style this, and we are done. So yeah, you must check, especially Piladi. She didn't check this. This is the first time she's gonna see. So we're just gonna go. Let's do the responsive. Then firstly, we're gonna target this one. We're gonna go and check the code for this. We're gonna go back here and say, okay, the header. Main header, it has two classes, which is this one and the image one. So I'm just gonna copy this. Copy. Go to responsive.
Mr. Tyson,
Yes.
on your mobile, your current mobile, when you're scrolling, let's say maybe to the right, how did you make it like not to have an extra unnecessary layer?
A layer. It's because
Yeah, like
okay.
I don't know how to explain.
Okay, no, I understand. I agree. Like what you're saying, Gori. I overlay. So it's because I'm using the width. My width is 100%, so automatically it will shrink because it's 100%. So when everything is 100%, automatically it shrinks to accommodate the screen. The only thing run currently is just to put these things accordingly. It won't go because you can see the last one. It's 100% width based on the current screen. So it won't overlap.
Those,
yes.
Inside those media query for mobile.
No, it's this one is default. It's on the default layout.
Okay.
So
all right.
yeah, so I'm using 100% width. I'm using the percentages because they are good, and then when you shrink your image, I mean anything, they shrink also to fit on the device that you want to see.
Okay.
Yes, that's why they don't overlap. So I'm gonna start with this one. So I already copied it. So we're gonna start here. It's gonna paste. So since our main header, we go back to our main header. Our main header is here. It's main header. You see the style sheet for main header. So we have padding. Which main header is this one? Let me check. Main header. Okay, no, I'm not gonna touch main header. I need a banner because the banner has some things inside. So the main header is fine. We don't touch it. So you're gonna touch the banner. So we're gonna do this banner. So the banner has 100% width, is correct. As display flex, which is wrong. We don't want this on the mobile. We don't want this on the mobile. We don't want this on the mobile. Yeah, you see. So we're gonna go here, and you can copy this. You can copy, or you can copy the entire thing. Copy. Go here, and then we cancel this. Paste, and then you check the things you don't want on the mobile site. So firstly, we don't need this. This we don't need. So we're gonna remove this thing. We're gonna say display block. because we don't want to display flex. We want it to be displayed in blocks. So we refresh. Now you can see these are the blocks that we need. So we can go back and say, we see we have padding here, we have padding here. Is this padding? So we can go and override them. We say 0 is 0. See how easy it is. Say refresh. Now we remove the padding there. We only left with this spacing, which I don't understand where it comes from, but I did remove some spacing here and some spacing on top. So the only thing which is left is to remove the spacing between these two. So we're gonna go and check the style sheet for these two. So we're gonna go here. So the banner has two children, which is the first child. The first child is the image which took 300 pixels width, and the last child which took 55% width. So I'm just gonna go here, copy this, copy, then we go to responsive, paste, then comma. I'm going to grab the last child. I'm going to grab the last child. Grab the last child, copy, paste, then now we can style it. So we want them because the first child has 300 pixels width. That's why, like, you can see it ends up here, and this one, it contains it's 55, meaning that we still need some like 45% from here to yes 45%. So now it only takes 55. So we're gonna say width 100% because we want them on mobile to be 100% width. That's why, like I'm saying, width it must be 100%. Then refresh. So you see now they're fine. Do you understand, Pilali?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so we can go on and remove this spacing in between here. We can go and check on our default style sheet. We check, okay, where does this spacing come from? We have bottom, yes, 10 pixels. And then what else do we have? And then we can check where that thing come from. As I'm not seeing it here, I thought it was margin, but I don't see it. But I'm thinking again, it might be, okay, let me try this. Let me check this. Let me check this. Let me do this. Let me go here and say height, auto. I want height to be automated. I don't want to control height. I want it to be automated. Save. For both this and this, I want it to be automated. We save. See now, see our height, it's controlled. You see even the image is increased because of the height, it's auto now. But I have some spacing here which I don't understand where it comes from. Let me see it. Oh, you see it. You see the margins. There's a margin on our H2. There's a margin top on our H2. Then we go and say, where's H2? I don't know. Maybe it's libraries that I'm using that they put it there by default because it shows me there's margins here. On H2, there's margins. It has margins. And then I don't know where it comes from. You see, it's this one. I remove this one and I remove this one. Okay, no effect. But I say it's margins. Margin. Okay, I don't see this thing because I want to remove this. But there's another way that I can do. I can go here. I can go, where is it? I can go here and say this, the first child, copy. Then I can paste it here. Say I want to remove this spacing. I can do something like margin bottom then I want to have like -1 em. So I'm minusing the margin. So I'm gonna go refresh. You see now it's moving. So 0.5. Yeah, see now it's fine. It's fine because I used the margin bottom -1.5 em. So this is another property that you can use when you want to to remove the spacing in between your things. So yeah, so let's continue, and then let's hide this. Let's hide this icon. To hide this icon, we can go and check where it falls. It falls under, is this, you see? This is the icon. It falls under the content. It falls under the banner. So we can go here and check the style of that icon. The style sheet for that icon is this one. So we can go and copy, paste, paste, and then we say, since we don't want to display it, we just say display none, because we don't want it. Display none. Display none. Then it's gone. Done. Simple as that. Gone. So now we can go and style this last part. And see how nice it is. Say.
Yes, sir.
So we can go and style this part now. And then we go and check the style sheet for this. So the style sheet for that is this one. Where is it? Is this. We copy this. As you see, we don't want display flags. We don't want justify content. So since this content and this one, the first one, they're the same, we're just gonna go back here and say responsive, and then this part is gonna take the same properties as this one. So you're gonna put it here and say comma and say we put it here because they're the same, right, guys? So they take in the same properties. We're just gonna put it there. Say refresh like this. So yeah, but you see it's black. It's because we are having this. So I'm just gonna remove this black color. We don't need it. Now the black color has been removed. So now you see our things that are being displayed vertically. So everything, like if you can check this part and this part, they're the same. You understand? So meaning the same properties that we used here, we're gonna apply them here. We don't need to go and recode again, code something from scratch. We already have this. So we're just gonna go and copy the classes of these children of the content. Yes, so is this part. So we only need width. So this thing, they only need what? Width. So we're just gonna put them the width here with this other banner properties. So we're gonna go here and say copy the first child of the content, copy, go here and say comma, because that they have the same properties. They have the same properties. We refresh, we check, you see it's done. The first one is done. Easy as that. So the last one also, it takes the same properties. There's no need for you to go and code again. You already have the properties there set already for other classes. So you go back and say, I want the last child. The last child, you go here and say, yeah, comma, then you paste it there. Then we are done. You see? You see how easy and quickly I managed to do it. Any questions, guys? Any questions, guys?
No questions, sir.
Slick. Yeah, I'm still busy. I'm still teaching. I'll join you. Yeah. Yeah, you saw the stadium, but I'll join you. Let me finish here. All right. Any questions, Piladi, Gudani? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Are you fine?
Yeah.
You think you can do them by your own?
Yes, but please don't forget to send the video.
Yeah, I'll try my best because it's going to be a long video, so it might take some few gigs to upload.
Okay.
Yes. Gudani, are you fine?
Yes, sir. I'm covered.
You're covered. Anyone?
No, not really a question, but
Mm.
a recommendation. I know the videos are too long in terms of length and the gigs, but I think it's best like maybe for every lesson to have a video because it's actually much more easier to go back and check.
Yeah.
Unlike having an hourly lesson, you find that in that hour I mentally grabbed about 40% of the concept. But then with the remaining 60%, I can go back and check the video. Even though it's gonna be taking too much space, but it's for the best.
No, okay. No, no. I will upload it on our account, on our, what do you call, the Google Classroom account. I will upload it. I'll make sure that tomorrow morning you get it, guys. It, whether it takes the whole day to upload from now, I don't care. So as long as you can have it, I think you are right, David. So that you guys can go back and refer. So I will do that, David. Anyone? Bruce, are you fine?
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Matapelo? Matapelo, she doesn't have a mic. And then Wilson, are you fine?
I'm Leka, sir.
All right. All right, Matapelo. Okay. Yeah, I will share these things with you. I will share the code and I will share the video with you. So I think I covered what you need. The menu, you just do this one. You see it because we're doing the mobile application. We're not doing the website things. We're doing the mobile application. So for you to do this, it's preparing you for do for Ionic, actually, for Ionic framework itself. So when we go to Ionic, we'll see how easy it is. It's very straightforward. That's why I want you guys to understand the front end, because the back end is just pop and flash. The back end is, you're just gonna grab it easily. It's simple. I don't focus on the back end. I don't focus on something people that we as users we don't see. I want something that as users you see how we did our layout on the mobile side now. Like, it's interesting. You can navigation is very easy to do, and you can go and, like, you can see, like, we put our things, alignment is correctly. And then, yeah, that's what people want to see. They don't want to see your back end as users. The end users, they only care about what they see. So if you are failing to do the front end, it's going to be a challenge for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to share this thing with you guys. I'm going to try my best to push the video, to push it. Even those previous videos, I'm going to push them so that we can have them all. Yes,
Yes,
I think I'm done for today. So, but if there's something, feel free to share with me.
all right, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Steph.